Lily wasn't just a dog. She was a storm of love, laughter, and mischief, wrapped in soft fur, the kind of soul who could turn a house into a home with nothing more than her presence. She wasn't the family pet. She was family itself, woven into every moment of their lives, in ways only those who have loved and lost a dog will ever truly understand. Every morning began the same way. The soft patter of tiny paws across the wooden floor, the gentle click of her nails as she trotted through the hallway, then her little routine, jumping onto the couch, stretching her whole body like she owned the world, and curling up beside Mom with the coffee. At first, Mom pretended not to care, but Lily knew better. Sooner or later, that absent-minded hand would find its way to her ears, and Lily would melt into it, her eyes closing in contentment. It became their quiet ritual, their secret piece of peace before the day began. Lily carried a personality far bigger than her little body. She ruled the household with playful charm. Socks were her favorite treasures. She never destroyed them, just carried them proudly, a queen showing off her prizes. Whenever a sock went missing, everyone knew exactly where it had gone, and Lily's wagging tail seemed to laugh, as if to say, "You'll only find it when I decide you're allowed to." The vacuum cleaner was her sworn enemy. The instant it roared to life, she barked with all her might, only to bolt the second it rolled too close. She loved chasing her own tail, but froze in puzzlement when she actually caught it. The doorbell was another challenger. Every ring sent her racing to the door like a fierce guardian. But once the stranger stepped inside, she betrayed herself completely, her whole body wiggling with delight, tail sweeping the air, welcoming them as though they were long-lost family. Mealtimes were her battlefield. The older brother never stood a chance. No matter how hard he tried to resist, her big eyes always won. A little piece of chicken, a scrap of bread, something always made its way down to her. He'd kiss her nose and whisper, "Who's the good girl?" pretending not to see Mom's look across the table. The younger brother tried to play the opposite role, stoic, unimpressed, untouched by her charm, but Lily had a way of breaking walls. He would try to stay serious, but when she sneezed 5 times in a row or barked at her own reflection, laughter broke through. He'd shake his head, muttering, "You're ridiculous." Yet his hand always found her fur in the end, scratching her head with quiet affection. And then there was Dee Dee. If ever there were 2 souls bound together, it was them. Wherever Dee Dee went, Lily followed. If Dee Dee sat, Lily curled up beside her. If Dee Dee lay down, Lily stretched herself across her, a warm living blanket. At night, they drifted into sleep together, Lily's tiny body pressed against her chest, her steady breathing like a lullaby. Lily was always there, in every routine, every moment. She waited when they left. She exploded with joy when they returned. That greeting, the whole body wiggle, the happy squeaks, the paws dancing across the floor, was one of the purest joys in the world. It was her way of saying, "You're back. You're safe. I love you." But then the energy began to fade. At first it was small. She got up a little slower. She grew tired earlier in the evenings. Then she stopped running to the door. She tried, but her legs betrayed her. Something was wrong. The word came heavy. Ehrlichiosis, a tick-borne disease. A name they had never heard before, but one that would scar them forever. Vet visits became a desperate rhythm. Medicine, injections, fluids, everything humanly possible. But her strength slipped away. She began to bleed. Her eyes dimmed. Still, they refused to leave her side. They spent long nights whispering into her fur, stroking her softly, clinging to hope while it drained through their fingers. Dee Dee stopped sleeping, terrified that if she closed her eyes, Lily would leave in the darkness. The older brother, once so full of playful whispers, now sat silently because words had lost their power, and the younger brother, who always hid behind silence, now spoke gently to her, voice trembling, hands shaking as they smoothed her fur. Then came the day they knew was the last. Lily could no longer lift her head. Her body was fragile, but her eyes still carried love, still carried trust. They gathered around her. They held her. They kissed her. The older brother pressed his lips to her whiskers, whispering, "Good girl." The younger brother, usually so guarded, cried openly, his hand steady on her fragile frame, and Mom, the one who once didn't want a dog at all, now held her as though letting go would shatter the world. And then, just like that, Lily was gone. The warmth left her body, and silence took its place. They stayed there long after, unable to move. Because how do you walk away from a heartbeat that carried so much love? But the world didn't pause. The sun rose the next morning. Life went on. But nothing was the same. Now when they come home, the door is quiet. No wagging tail, no squeaks of joy, just silence. Her toys lie untouched. Her favorite spot stays empty. The morning coffee ritual is just Mom and her cup, with no little paws on the floor beside her. Sometimes Dee Dee swears she hears the faint jingle of Lily's collar. Sometimes she catches a glimpse of white in the corner of her eye, but Lily isn't there. The house feels empty. The house feels less. The house no longer feels whole. Because when you lose a dog, you don't just lose a pet. You lose a heartbeat, a presence that made life fuller, a love so pure that the emptiness left behind feels unbearable. The world says time will heal, but they don't understand. Some losses don't fade. Some absences hurt forever, and the house will never feel whole again.
Sitting on the floor with you by my side, simple moments pass as the days go by. When I felt so small, you were there for me. Your eyes said it all, set my spirit free. You never judged my tears, you just stayed so near. Through all those years, you never judged my tears. Rainy afternoons, curled up on my bed, you'd lay so close, rest your gentle head. When the world felt cold, you would warm my way. Love so pure and bold, every single day. You never judge my tears, so near. Through all those years, you never judged my tears. Now I hold you close, and your favorite toy. Memories of love that time can't destroy.